So here I am on board a very nice yacht, about 37 foot. It's actually for sale now by Heitman Marine, and in it to propel this boat forward sits a Yanmar 4JH3. Nothing is really wrong with it. I'm just here to make sure that everything is good to go for the new customer. So that's my job, and it's not exactly ideal to work outside now. It's all gray and wet, and yeah, but you know, I just got a few more things to do, and then it's Christmas time. So when doing a service like this, it's really all about changing oil, diesel filters and stuff like that. Really, people underestimate how important it is to change the diesel filters. I mean, that's really the main reason why people are in trouble during the season, because the filters clog up with water and dirt and stuff like that, and the engine won't be able to perform. It's probably going to stop, and that's why people have problems during the season, because they can't get the engine moving again. And it's all because the diesel filters have not been changed for maybe a few seasons. So that's really important. Also, here in Norway, it gets really cold, so you want to make sure that the engine doesn't freeze. And it has, in most cases, cooling water on it. And what we do is that we measure that cooling water to make sure it can withstand all the cold weather that we have here in Norway. So that's really what it's about. We want to check for leaks, we want to check the alternator and make sure, you know, it charges the batteries on board and stuff like that. So that's really what this is about. So I'm about to finish up here, but you know, if you guys want to see this boat, let's just do a quick tour. All right. So here in the bow, we have a very nice sleeping area. And the seating area is quite large actually. And 2 seats over here. A bookshelf. And over here we have the control panels and everything. So you can map out your trip sitting down there. And that's where we had the engine. It's right behind the staircase. Here we have the kitchen. The lighting is very nice here. Everything is made out of solid wood. And in here, this is the engine room. Where we have the Yanmar and the gearbox and the shaft and the seal for the shaft, and then you have the inlet filter right there. And you have very good lighting in here as well, so that's nice. And at the back of the boat we have a very nice sleeping area. Alright, I gotta move on, let's go. So now it's just all dark. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon, and you know, the sun is just gone. and I'm all alone out here on the docks. I'm gonna try not to fall in the water, because that's gonna be a cold experience. So now I'm in a Contrast 33 sailboat dealing with a Volvo Penta D130, about 30 horsepower, nothing too big. Customer called me up and said, I forgot to winterize my engine. Can you please help? So that's my job right now. I want to start it, but turns out there's no power on board. So we have no light and the engine won't start. So I'm going to juice the batteries and then hopefully we can start it up and then get some antifreeze through the system. And it should be fine. But it has been about 10 minus for some time, so I'm a bit concerned about the saltwater part of this engine. But saltwater doesn't really expand and freeze in the same way as freshwater does, so I think we should be okay. But I want to start it up and see what's what. All right. So this boat doesn't really have a seawater inlet filter, so that means that we have to connect a hose directly to the impeller pump. We're going to let that suck in the coolant water or the antifreeze that we're going to put in here, and the engine is going to suck that through and out back with the exhaust, and that should do the trick. But now let's try to start it up. So it looks like this engine is going to be a little bit difficult to start now, and I don't really have time to figure out what's going on. And I did manage to get a little bit of antifreeze through the system regardless, so that's good. So this engine can just sit tight until we can come back later this winter and do a service and figure out what's going on with the engine. But for now, you know, this is actually good enough. So yeah, I'm just going to pack up and get out of here. So you're still watching. That's impressive, considering the fact that this is not really the most exciting episode I've ever made. But you know, it is what it is. So now I'm just doing some reports and stuff, and I think I'm ready to jump in my car as soon as possible and go home. I just want to listen to some good music, lower my shoulders, and just think about the fact that this season is now behind me and I can start focusing on the new one. So if you guys want to tag along, you can, and we can say goodbye in a proper way back at my place. Let's do it. So welcome to my home. I am now doing the two things that I love the most, which is editing and I drink whiskey. Cheers. That's good. So I thought before I go, I could read a little bit from this fantastic book. Read this if you want to be YouTube famous. Alright, run it like a company. The YouTube channel, that is, I guess. I manage a team of people to make sure that we hit our deadlines. I'll write a script, get voice actors to record it, tell the team of animators what to draw. And I'll have another team to write video captions. And I'll even have a person who edits my videos. Alright, so this is, how you should ideally run your YouTube channel. It seems like a luxury problem. If I ever have that big of a channel, I will definitely delegate. But for now, I have to just do everything myself. Edit, film, and sit here in front of the camera. So, luckily for me, I like it. It's a hobby. It's something I do because I think it's fun. And hopefully you enjoy the channel. So, now I'm gonna go on my Christmas holiday and I will wish you a Merry Christmas, even though you will probably watch this after Christmas, but doesn't really matter. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next episode.